I stared at the sink and tried to be brave, and I kept my face calm. The second I heard your laugh, I turned down the volume to hear my thoughts, and I wanted one more minute.
You were calling from the car, the engine humming low, and I could almost see you through the window of my phone.
This neon oath beneath the static sky, I trace your name in the flicker of the light.
The world is just a blur of passing beams, but in your arms I'm anchored for the night. This neon oath beneath the static sky, I trace your name in the flicker of the light. The world is just a blur of passing beams, but in your arms I'm anchored for the night.
And if the signal fades and the city sleeps, I'll hold this melody for keeps. The bass will drop, the crowd will cheer, but all I hear is you right here. This neon oath beneath the static sky, I trace your name in the flicker of the light.
The world is just a blur of passing beams, but in your arms I'm anchored for the
Under the street lamp, the morning you left, I counted the seconds between your replies. Right after work, I held back tears and tasted metal in the car.
The air felt like a hell breath. You stand still on my coat. I try to shake the sound of your laugh out of my head.
We are built to starlight and static, a pulse that cuts through the noise. Every beat is a little reminder we were made for this moment, our own kind of joy. us now, just a humming in the wire. A thread of static love that won't ever expire. We are built to starlight, static, a pulse that cuts through the noise. Every beat is a little reminder we were made for this moment, our own kind of joy.
I read your last text like a prayer after the party at the traffic circle the morning you left. I tried to laugh and it came out wrong on the front steps. You forgot your lighter on the railing, the one I gave you last June. I held it in my palm, cold and dented, and felt the words I couldn't say. Carry this ember through the beating static, through the noise that rattles in my chest. Every bass drop hits like a forgotten promise, but your pulse still thins, the static in the rest.
Saturday afternoon, I found your hoodie in the back of the closet. You left it after the rain. I pressed the collar to my face, still smell the cheap perfume and your train station. The party played that same track. You pulled me to the floor like you had a plan. And now the kick drum just reminds me of the way you held my hand.
Carry this ember through the beating static, through the noise that rattles in my chest. Every bass drop hits like a forgotten promise, but your pulse still thins, the static in the rest.
Can we rewrite the static? Just a single frame where I don't feel so empty. You don't act so ashamed.
Where the buzzing synth cuts through the silence gray, and we find the quiet where we used to stay. Carry this ember through the beating static, through the noise that rattles in my chest. Every bass drop hits like a forgotten promise, but your pulse still thins, the static in the rest. At the end of the day, I waited for the elevator ride and remembered you, and it felt like coming home. I carried your scent on my sleeve, and the room felt too honest. The hum of the city outside, a distant siren in the rain. I traced your name on the window, and my chest began to strain. Amber kiss pulse of eternity, burning through the static and the sound. Every beat is a promise to be found. In the glow of the machine, we are never alone. Amber kiss pulse, carry me home, 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 home.
and I drew a crooked line. The radio played a song we sang, off key but right. I pressed the gas and felt the weight of every fading light.
Amber kiss pulse of eternity, burning through the static and the sound. Every beat is a promise to be found. In the glow of the machine, we are never alone. Amber kiss pulse, carry me home.
The phone rings once in the dark of the car. I let it go, but I know you are somewhere on this same highway, chasing the same star.
The engine hums, a steady hand. I place my palm on the dashboard, understand this ache is a thread we can't cut. It's who we are. Of eternity, burning through the static and the sound. Every beat is a promise to be found. In the glow of the machine, we are never alone. Amber kiss pulse, carry me home. At 2 a.m., I wrote your initials in the fog mirror. And my heart picked you anyway.
At midnight, I held my breath when your name popped up, and I couldn't stop smiling.
Your jacket still hung by the door, the sleeves cold. I pressed my palm to the wall and waited for a sign.
Amber lit through the static rush.
I feel you in the bass that pounds.
We're just a signal in the night.
But every drop, I want it loud.
I want it loud. I want it loud. The windshield fogs as the car hums slow. You whisper 'cause the bassline clean. I trace a heart on the dash, then erase it slow like we're a track that's caught between.
Amber lit through the static rush. I feel you in the bass that pounds.
We're just a signal in the night.
But every drop, I want it loud.
I want it loud, 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 loud. I want it loud. I want it loud. The filter gates, they open wide.
Your voice a sample I can't hide.
We're chopped and reversed,
A fragile loop.
but the chorus hits, and I can't stoop.
Amber lit through the static rush. I feel you in the bass that pounds.
We're just a signal in the night.
But every drop, I want it loud.
I want it loud. When the city went quiet at the traffic circle, I carried your scent on my sleeve, and I felt 14 again. Before your flight at the crosswalk, I wrote your initials in the fog mirror. The diesel rain washed the gum off the curb. My watch battery died at 9. I kept that receipt in my coat pocket, fingerprints smudged on the train schedule.
Ember soft pulse of a starry vow. You're the heat in my chest, you're the now. Ember soft pulse of a starry vow. Hold me close through the crash and the how.
You left a candy wrapper on the dash. Your laugh still looping in my headphones. The motel clerk asked if I'm okay. I said the weather's strange for June. Every text I don't send bends the compass needle towards your name.
Ember soft pulse of a starry vow. You're the heat in my chest, you're the now. Ember soft pulse of a starry vow. Hold me close through the crash and the how.
Right at the crossroads, a flicker of neon hums. No big words, just your hand in mine. Let the bass shake the shutters loose. I'll trace the rim of your silhouette.
Ember soft pulse of a starry vow. You're the heat in my chest, you're the now. Ember soft pulse of a starry vow. Hold me close through the crash and the how.
On the front steps right after work, I counted the seconds between your replies. In early spring I put on your playlist and froze on the staircase. A passing car lit your face through the blinds. You reached for my hand and stopped.
We caught the promise in the static hum, burning in a trace of a starlit vow. Pulse and glide, we ride the kick drum low. Heartbeat glows, the only light, 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 light. We know. We know.
Your jacket stayed on the chair for a week. I found a note in the pocket, stay. The bass line shook the floor of your cheap apartment. We held so tight the night leaked into day.
We caught the promise in the static hum, burning ember trace of a starlit vow. Pulse and glide, we ride the kick drum low. Heartbeat glows, the only light, 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 light. We know. We know.
Sin collapses, just your breath against my skin. Gated, hook fades in, pulls us back in.
We caught the promise in the static hum, burning ember trace of a starlit vow. Pulse and glide, we ride the kick drum low. Heartbeat glows, the only light, 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 light. We know. We know. held my breath when your name popped up, and I wanted to be wrong. I blinked back tears and kept going on. Your birthday on the back porch, the ice in my glass, sweatering on the wood. The neighbor's dog barked twice, then stopped. Your voice on the voicemail sounded so far away, like static from another year. I closed my eyes and saw the porch light flicker through the blinds. Glow bound in a dream of light, we fade and pulse together. Your hand in my hand under the incandescent weather. Every beat is a memory we can't unbreathe. Glow bound till the current leaves.
The train passed and shook the window frames. Your jacket still smelled like gasoline and rain. We left the TV on for the color it threw. I traced the crack in the glass from when you threw your shoe.
And in that hush between two beats, I thought I heard you say my name. Glow bound in a dream of light, we fade and pulse together. Your hand in my hand under the incandescent weather. Every beat is a memory we can't unbreathe. Glow bound till the current leaves.
The bass drops low, the room goes soft. I feel your pulse and my wrist throb.
The singer on the radio repeats a line you used to hum. I'm tethered to this rhythm now, but not quite numb.
The stroke cuts the dark like a knife through paper.
We're not the same, but we're still here together. Glow bound in a dream of light, we fade and pulse together. Your hand in my hand under the incandescent weather. Every beat is a memory we can't unbreathe. Glow bound till the current leaves. Glow bound in a dream of light. Glow bound till the current leaves. I said your name and it hurt softly on your birthday. In the empty bed at the end of the day, I laughed at nothing and hated it. And my chest wouldn't unclench, flicked the lighter twice. Watch the flame catch and die. Your jacket still hung on the chair. The smell of rain in the cotton. Neon haze, glow trace vow. Pose that thunders won't die down. Glow trace vow in the neon haze. Hold me through the drop, through the long night's maze. Neon nights.
Drove until the kick drum falls away, and it's just your face in the crowd. I'll swear this oath by the cheap green light of the
trace vow, pulse that thunders won't die down. Blow trace vow in the neon haze. Hold me through the drop, through the long night's maze. I carried your sin on my sleeve after the party, on my phone screen. After you fell asleep, I looked at my hands and missed yours, and I didn't know what to do with my hands. Glow over promise in the starlight, hold me close under the pale light. Glow over promise, don't let go. Weave our hearts in twilight's glow. On the dashboard, forgotten change. Streetlights blur as we rearrange. Your voice on the voicemail, low and warm. In the static rush, I am safe from the storm. Blow over promise in the starlight, hold me close under the pale light. Blow over promise, don't let go. Weave our hearts in twilight's glow.
And if the world should fall apart, I'll keep this thread against my heart. Pulse and drive, the beat remain. We are the light in the static chain. Glow over promise in the starlight, hold me close under the pale light. Glow over promise, don't let go. Weave our hearts in twilight's glow. The night you came back, I watched the door like it could fix this, and my stomach dropped anyway. When the rain finally stopped, I held your sweater to my face in the dark. Your footsteps on the stairs, a second's hesitation. A suitcase by the wall, faint scent of smoke. Neon trace ember of a quiet oath, burn slow. Hold me through the static noise, let the glow keep rising. Say it once beneath the flicker, and I'll stay. Neon traced ember, burning window, drew a crooked line, said the city lights were dimmer where we used to meet. I poured 2 cups of coffee, sugar for your side. Your laughter cracked the silence, brittle and sweet.
Neon traced ember of a quiet oath, burn slow. Hold me through the static noise, let the glow keep rising. Say it once beneath the flicker, and I'll stay. Neon traced ember, burning home.
Damaged cassette on repeat, skipping the part where we fell apart. Digital ghost in the radiator hum, December through the blinds. I trace the ash from your shoulder,
The furnace hums a lie. You breathe my name and it's not just an echo. Neon traced ember of a quiet oath, burn slow. Hold me through the static noise, let the glow keep rising. Say it once beneath the flicker, and I'll stay. Neon traced ember, burning home. In the elevator, on the way to the store, I blinked back tears and kept going. On Sunday evening, in the parking lot, I packed my pride and left it on the table, like you were still here.
on Sunday evening in the parking lot. I packed my pride and left it on the table, like you were still here.
The cold air bit my knuckles, the dashboard blinked 803. This city hums your frequency, a low electric scream.
Pledge woven in neon stillness, every beat calls your name. Pledge woven in neon stillness, burning bright without a flame.
Tuesdays at the laundromat, I fold your shirt from last July. The fabric's soft and nursing fades, but the crease won't ever lie.
Leaning by the window, I watch the traffic twist and run. The streetlight paints your silhouette across the dust that's never done.
Pledge woven in neon stillness, every beat calls your name. Pledge woven in neon stillness, burning bright without a flame. Far across the freeway, a billboard strobes a lonely pink. I trace it with my fingertip, like it could somehow bring you near.
The bridge hums beneath the ties, a low and steady thrum.
And in the digital divide, I feel your warm and silent tide.
Pledge woven in neon stillness, every beat calls your name. Pledge woven in neon stillness, burning bright without a flame.
Pledge before I answered at the corner store this morning. In the elevator, I opened the door and hoped it was you. A bag of oranges, a number I didn't call. I heard you laugh in the milk bottles by the wall. Pulse woven starlight oath, don't let go, let go, let go. Bright as a kiss at 3 a.m. I still feel it in my skin. Pulse woven starlight oath, we were gold, we're gold, we're gold. Through this beat of static rain, I'll say your name again.
We built a fort in the old garage. Said our names with a marker on a plank. Now the floor is bare, the wire's cold. Every spark I fold into my chest.
Pulse woven starlight oath, don't let go, let go, let go. Bright as a kiss at 3 a.m. I still feel it in my skin. Pulse woven starlight oath, we were gold, we're gold, we're gold. Through this beat of static rain, I'll say your name again. And if the spectrum fades to gray, I'll count the signs of every way. Your voice, a frequency I saved. Part in German, part in faith.
Pulse woven starlight oath, don't let go, let go, let go. Bright as a kiss at 3 a.m. I still feel it in my skin. Pulse woven starlight oath, we were gold, we're gold, we're gold. Through this beat of static rain, I'll say your name again. The night you came back at the bus stop, I checked the lock twice for no reason, and I almost called you in the elevator. Before sunrise, I held my breath when your name popped up. Your coat still hung on the hook by the door. I smelled the rain and the road on the sleeve. I didn't move, I just stood there, tracing the grain in the wood.
And I hold the silence like I mean it, like a promise I can't break. Your echo in the hallway, the shape of my mistake. I hold the silence like I mean it, while the city starts to shake. But your name still trembles on my lips, and it's more than I can take.
Check my phone again at the red light. Your message was just a blur. Drove past the diner where we used to sit, and the neon spelled out her. The waitress asked if you were coming, and I said not tonight. I ordered 2 coffees anyway, and drank them both in the pale booth light.
And I hold the silence like I mean it, like a promise I can't break. Your echo in the hallway, the shape of my mistake. I hold the silence like I mean it, while the city starts to shake. But your name still trembles on my lips, and it's more than I can take.
I found a strand of your hair on the pillow, and I didn't wash the sheets. I kept the receipt from that cheap motel with your lipstick on the receipt. And I'm not waiting for a sign now, I'm not listening for your call. I'm just learning how to breathe again with my back against the wall.
And I hold the silence like I mean it, like a promise I can't break. Your echo in the hallway, the shape of my mistake. I hold the silence like I mean it, while the city starts to shake. But your name still trembles on my lips, and it's more than I can take. On a cool Monday in the hallway, I packed my pride and left it on the table, because I missed you again. Last night I left your side of the bed untouched on the staircase. The heater clicked on, a lonely sound in the quiet flat. I pressed my palm to the wall and felt the pulse of broken glass. Spread this neon ember, let it burn across the night. Spread this neon ember, hold me till the static light. Every beat is a promise, every pulse a gentle plea. Spread this neon ember, stay here next to me.
In the kitchen, your old mug still holds the shape of afternoon. I swept the floor, but left the crumbs beneath the wooden spoon.
The door frame knows your shoulders paint, a mark you left behind. Your voice is trapped inside the clock, a rhythm undefined. Spread this neon ember, let it burn across the night. Spread this neon ember, hold me till the static light. Every beat is a promise, every pulse a gentle plea. Spread this neon ember, stay here next to me.
And I won't ask forgiveness for the things I haven't said.
I'll trace your silhouette with a trembling thread of red.
The floorboards creak a minor key. The rain begins to fall,
and in the gap between the strobes I hear you call. Spread this neon ember, let it burn across the night. Spread this neon ember, hold me till the static light. Every beat is a promise, every pulse a gentle plea. Spread this neon ember, stay here next to me. At midnight, I put on your playlist and froze at the traffic circle right before I answered. In the parking lot, I waited for the elevator and remembered you, and it made no sense at all. You laugh on the recording, a half smile in the air. The windshield fogged up, I traced your name and pretended you were there. Starlight kissed in a neon hush where two hearts tangled in the rush. Starlight kiss, just a touch and I'm gone, dancing slow when the beat goes on. Starlight kissed in a neon hush, hold me close in the electric crush.
Drains out like I see through a crack. Your hand on my back, I'm not turning back. You showed me a photo on your phone in the dim. I said nothing wise, just leaned into the rim.
Starlight kissed in a neon hush with two hearts tangled in the rush. Starlight kiss, just a touch and I'm gone, dancing slow when the beat goes on. Starlight kissed in a neon hush, hold me close in the electric crush. And I know this won't last till the morning light, but the song keeps looping through the quiet night. Your breath on my neck, a silent reminder of a moment I wanna hold on to forever. Starlight kissed in a neon hush where two hearts tangled in the rush. Starlight kiss, just a touch and I'm gone, dancing slow when the beat goes on. Starlight kissed in a neon hush, hold me close in the electric crush. I counted the steps to the door and back after you fell asleep on the train platform. In early spring on the balcony, I stared at the ceiling and listened. The freight train moved through the depot at 3 a.m. I traced the grain in the wooden floor with my big toe. Starlit echo of a neon vow pulse through me now. Don't fade out, starlit echo. Hold the line till the morning bends the sun.
You left your watch on the nightstand face up. The second hand still ticking like a promise kept. I pressed your note to the lamp's warm glass. The ink went gold and I felt the charge.
Starlit echo of a neon
second heart. The sin swoons through the filter, bright and sharp.
Close your eyes, feel the static sing.
We wrote this oath in a charging spring.
Starlit echo of a neon vow pulse through me now. Don't fade out, starlit echo. Hold the line till the morning bends the sun. After you fell asleep, I saved a seat and felt stupid, and I wanted to be wrong. On the long way home, I watched your jacket swing on the chair in my bed. The streetlight caught the dust, you left it hanging like a ghost of a laugh. I traced the pattern of the fabric, a map of where we used to be. Turn every beat into a promise. Hold it tight against the dark. Under the pulse of the bass, I can still find your spark. Turn every beat into a promise. Let the hi-hat carve the air. In the drop, I feel your name, a reassurance I still care.
Du hast gesagt, es ist egal und ich hab den Ring gehört. Tief und zerschnitten die Stille, während ich die Wörter verlor. Dein Gesicht auf dem Display, ein Pixel mehr von alten Zeiten. Ich zähl die Takte, bis du gehst und heul die Wiederholung ein.
Turn every beat into a promise. Hold it tight against the dark. Under the pulse of the bass, I can still find your spark. Turn every beat into a promise. Let the hi-hat carve the air. In the drop, I feel your name, a reassurance I still care. Filtered night dissolves the line between what's true and gone. The side chain pulls me under and the saw wave carries on. I let the kick drum hit my chest, the reverb beat the pain. Maybe the gated hook is enough to say your name again. Turn every beat into a promise. Hold it tight against the dark. Under the pulse of the bass, I can still find your spark. Turn every beat into a promise. Let the hi-hat carve the air. In the drop, I feel your name, a reassurance I still care. In the shower, on the long way home, I tried to laugh, and it came out wrong. When the city went quiet at the coffee shop, I stared at the sink and tried to be brave, and I saved it for later again. Weave the static into gold, hold me through the noise. Every beat we stole from silence turns a broken signal into choice.
ripped your sweater in the backseat, worn out from the drive. The dashboard caught the street light, soft like we were still alive.
We were static into gold, holding me through the noise. Every beat we stole from silence turns a broken signal into choice.
The synth cuts in the kick drum hits my chest like a second heart. Under the strobe you find my hand, we let the rhythm do its part.
We were static into gold, holding me through the noise. Every beat we stole from silence turns a broken signal into choice.
We were static into gold, hold me through the noise. Every beat we stole from silence turns a broken signal into choice.
I held my breath when your name popped up at midnight on the couch. On New Year's Eve, I left your side of the bed untouched under the street lamp. I saved the wine for some reason, the bottle still